Launch her up.
Hi, everyone. Josh Rugger here with an update. We've got a tornado warning that's just now been issued for portions of the KNWA Fox 24 coverage area. You can see it's in effect for southwestern Newton County. That goes until 2 o'clock a.m. This severe thunderstorm was capable of producing a tornado and was located about 19 miles southwest of Jasper and near Walnut. This is moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. And if we set the storm motion for warning here, you can see that rotation that is just now near the Swain area right now in Newton County. Again, this is radar indicated rotation. So at this current time, we're still going to have to watch this storm very closely because there's not a PTDS drop. There's no indication that there's a tornado on the ground yet, but this storm is rapidly intensifying right now and tapping into an environment that favors the potential for tornadoes. Right now, we are going to get on Interrupt Live broadcast with this tornado warning that's going on. Right now, we're just getting things set up, but I wanted to continue to give you an update on that. So it looks like we are just about ready to do that, Dan.
Yep.
Again, radar indicator rotation. We're going to go ahead and interrupt live coverage right now, folks, and we'll move it to that.
Now, weather alert from the Northwest Arkansas Weather Authority.
Hi, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Dan Scoff, Josh Rugger, Zach Gilday. We've all been tracking storms. We've been tracking them for hours, and the storms were kind of winding down, and then all of a sudden, the storm rapidly intensified in Newton County. And we were watching it. We're like, uh-oh, time to get everything back launched again, get the stream ready to go.
Yep.
That's why you can't let your guard down with these storms. So we got a tornado warning that's in Newton County. And I know that's a little outside of our, television weather coverage area in terms of cable. Newton County gets Little Rock and Springfield coverage.
Yep.
But we have a lot of friends and, friends of the station and, family members in the Newton County area that do track us, do watch us on social media. And not only that, but the antenna signal can sometimes pick up in Newton County. So let's get to it. And we're going to show you, first of all, Hyle Heating and Cooling Mega Doppler. So this is the satellite and radar on Weather 1. And we're going to go ahead and go to switch to Weather 2. And I'm going to stand in front of the wall. And we're going to continue to watch this circulation. The circulation is approaching Swain right now. I know several people on our Facebook Live and Facebook updates and live streaming always talk about in Deer, especially Deer area. This is going to be passing very close to you. So if you live in between Swain and Deer, here's that area of rotation that's showing up. What are we looking at? Bright greens and bright reds right next to each other. Red colors, rain moving away from the radar. The green colors is rain or hail or whatever's in the thunderstorm going towards the radar. Whenever it happens really close together, you have essentially your circulation. So let me show you here as we show you on this. There's a look at Hyle Heating Cooling Mega Doppler. There's the velocity, and then there's the circulation. This is right now moving into Swain. So be aware of that as it tracks to the northeast. Josh, let's put a track on this as it continues to move northeast towards Mount Judy and just south of Parthenon. This is going to be a little south of Jasper, which is good news for the area of Jasper and northern Newton County. But there's a look at live Doppler radar. As we zoom out on the wider view here, you can see that tornado warned storm goes until 2 a.m. Hail, not really as much of an indication. This is a radar indicated rotation. We'll continue to monitor and see if, in fact, there is any type of circulation associated with this storm. And now we're on, I do believe, is this Weather 2
that we're on? Weather 2,
okay.
Yes, and I'm putting that track right now on that storm.
Go ahead and put a track on Weather 1 so I can manipulate and go back to Mega Doppler.
Okay, you want me to put it back on Mega Doppler?
Yeah, but right here, we'll just continue to show you that track here. We'll do a little bit more of an updated track, tracking it to the northeast. And so get ready for areas, like we said, in Swain. You're going to be impacted by this storm. And so Weather 1 will have that track on there. Additional severe thunderstorm warnings that we have to watch out for. But this is that cell that rapidly started rotating. And even Zach was like, well, we can't let our guard down yet. We were kind of watching the storms. They were intensifying, but then they were weakening. And so there's that circulation issued by the National Weather Service out of Little Rock for that tornado warning south of Parthenon. So there is a little bit of a circulation showing up. It looks like it has weakened on the very latest scan. So if we go, Josh, let's step back in time on this just a little bit.
Yes.
And we'll see how this circulation evolved. So on the leading edge of the storm, you've got this what's called a bow echo, and you get this what's called a mesovortex that develops. And so let's do a split screen on this. We'll look at the left side that's got the right reflectivity, the right side that's got the tornado circulation showing the velocity image. And this is when we started watching it, when it was approaching southwestern Newton County right here. You can see that circulation showing up. Then it continues to evolve and then shows up even more. And then the Weather Service is like, we've got to issue a tornado warning on this. So that's why we're covering this on television. Let you know about this in Newton County. I know this is on the outskirts of our weather coverage area. Satellite and cable in Newton County gets Little Rock and Springfield television stations, but we just wanted to let people know, for our viewers and our friends in areas of Newton County about this storm. So what about areas in farther south in sections of the River Valley? So what we'll do is we'll quickly pan to the south. You're going to see some other activity here that has a severe thunderstorm warning. Pretty sizable hail too, about quarter size, maybe a little bit larger on your ozone. And that's just to the north of Clarksville. So Clarksville not really getting much precipitation with this. Josh, we'll continue to work our way south on this too.
Yep. Sorry about that. Just updating that track on Weather One as well.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do an update on that. So severe thunderstorm warnings for southern Franklin County. Kind of very disorganized, very disorganized storms, which is good news. But one cell in particular on the leading edge in Newton County prompting a tornado warning. So I don't know if we're getting any messages in chat, because we had that lady in Western Grove that was watching. This storm's headed right towards Western Grove. So
yes, absolutely.
Just be aware of that as it tracks that way.
Don't see any questions about Western Grove right now. Just a lot of people appreciative of the coverage.
So Mount Sherman, zoom in here a little bit close, and there's a severe thunderstorm warning. So if we zoom out just a little bit, you can see that area. It's going to be pretty close. Pindle, and so Western Grove in northeastern Newton County and in northwestern Searcy County. So we're going to have to watch for that area. Extreme northeast Newton County. There's Western Grove. Storm's going to probably pass a little south of Western Grove, so that's good news.
And I will say the good news is
circulation's weakening quite a bit too.
Quite a bit. It ramped up there for a good period of time, though, right in southwest Newton County.
Didn't see any type of circulation on the ground. Didn't see any areas of damage that was showing up on the velocity image, so that's good news. Or the correlation coefficient, didn't see that either. Okay, so it's 1:23 in the morning. We've been covering these storms. We've been tracking storms in severe weather. Newton County tornado warning does go until 2 o'clock if it doesn't get expired sooner. Is this the very latest image there? You can see that circulation moving right over Swain. So there's the tornado warning, only including Newton County, issued by the National Weather Service out of Little Rock. So we're going to continue to monitor and track this storm. Radar indicated circulation. We'll let it go just a little bit longer before we drop off a television coverage, just to make sure, in fact, that this circulation is not going to intensify and ramp back up, because you saw how quickly that can happen with the northern edge of that storm. So Swain, Limestone, going to be a little bit south of that tornado warned area. You can see the polygon that's included: Parthenon, Deer areas southwest of Mount Judy. That's where that tornado warning is. A very small, pretty narrow tornado warning.
Yeah, and I just got a word from NWS Chat Little Rock. They have allowed that tornado warning to continue until 2 o'clock a.m. So they updated that just a few moments ago. Continues to be radar indicated. And based on what we're looking at right now, Dan, it doesn't look like this tornado, or if there is a tornado, there isn't any on the ground right now.
Yeah, we aren't seeing any confirmation of debris. Also, the rotation looks like it's getting a little bit more separated, what we call broadened. So anytime you have a broadened circulation, that means it's not spinning quite as tightly, and that doesn't prompt tornado potential. So, but still could ramp up, could increase in intensity. I want you to take us on a little tour here, going from north to south, because we do have additional storms, and it still is a pretty noisy night, especially in parts of the River Valley and eastern parts of the River Valley.
Yep, so you see that tornado warning that's over Newton County right now, and then just a long line of severe thunderstorm warnings up and down eastern portions of our coverage area. North of Clarksville, you got that severe thunderstorm warning, probably some hailstones that are going on there. and then some really disorganized, messy storm modes along and south of Interstate 40 right now. So the Ozark area, you're likely getting some large hail and some lightning, as well as heavy rainfall. Looks like those severe thunderstorm warnings that were near LaFleur and Scott County, Dan, have actually been allowed to be dropped. You don't
Goodbye.
even see any severe thunderstorm warnings there at all. Just messy, strong thunderstorms at this time.
And you know what's happening is the cold air is arriving. In fact, we've got weather 2 loaded. I want you to bring up the current temperatures. Once you do, bring up weather 1, because we know that the temperatures are dropping rapidly. In fact, it was in the lower 60s, the mid 60s in Fort Smith at midnight. Now we have dropped off those temperatures as the colder air pours in, but it's still warm and humid in Newton County, and the humidity racing northward. So 50 in Bentonville, 43 in Grove, 38 in Tulsa. By tomorrow morning when you wake up, we're going to be in the 30s for those temperatures. So we're going to have a dramatic temperature drop. And I think we can spot the cold front where it is. There's a cold front, and that's going to be racing in as that system swings eastward. Look at Harrison at 58, but look at 71 in Little Rock and 66 now at this hour, with dew points surging into the mid to upper 60s. So notice the darker greens. As these storms make their way eastward, they may ramp up in intensity. And this tornado watch for eastern Arkansas goes until 5 a.m. We still have a severe thunderstorm watch that goes until 3 a.m. for some parts of the area. It's starting to be canceled in western and central sections of the watch. So we're continuing to monitor that. We can bring that up and bring up the latest watch if we can. Let's go ahead and do that on weather.
Do that
load that
right
up
here.
on weather too. I got it up here
Okay.
right now. So there's a look at the severe thunderstorm watch excluded for Crawford, Washington, Benton County. Tornado warning, is that still going?
Looks like that is
Looks like it's gone
It's
on
gone.
here. Okay.
let me look here. Just an update from
See if they canceled
Yep,
it.
they canceled that tornado warning. NWS chat from Little Rock said there was a brief correlation coefficient drop early in the warning, but obviously circulation has weakened significantly. Cape instability gradient has nosed into that area and added vorticity from the surface low and will maintain some tornado threat downstream for at least a little bit. But it does look like that tornado threat is beginning to push out of our
Get outta
KNWA
here.
Fox 24
Yeah.
coverage area.
That's right. All right, we're going to return you back to programming. That's it for the tornado coverage. The warning has expired well earlier than 2 o'clock. We'll continue to stream this coverage just a little bit longer as we track the storms and let them move on out. That's what we're going to do. Stay with them throughout the morning. So keep you here with your weather authority for the latest severe weather information. All right, you can bring us back up on the board. Go ahead and, yeah, there we go. So quick tornado warning being prompted, and then the environment just starts to weaken and dies out. So still a little bit of a circulation, but I want to look and see if I can see that CC drop.
Yeah. May have been a brief one on the ground.
Don't see it there. Don't see it there. Don't see it there.
Oh, there it is.
There it is right there.
Very brief. That could have potentially been a tornado.
So that might have been right at State Highway 16, right when that warning was issued. Yeah, you can kind of see it following just a little bit. Let's see if the PTDS picked up on it. It was trying, but it did follow it.
It did. Remember, the PTDS too is going to have a little bit of a lag in terms of when that tornado actually touched down. So it was so brief that it probably was just like, oh, maybe it's a false CC drop.
5,000 feet up
Yeah.
that CC was picking up. So that's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Like Loafer, Fallsville. Let me know if you guys experienced anything. That was going to be right along. So there it is coming through. And this is a State Highway 16. So basically when you pretty much drive east of 16, go Pettigrew, Red Star. This is some really rough and rugged terrain, by the way.
Very, very.
Red Star, Swain, all those areas right there. That's where that circulation would have been. So
Just as quickly as it tightened
Ramped
up.
up,
and
it's
weakened.
gone.
Yep.
Yep, it's broadened and it's weakened. All right, guys. Well, now it might be really good night. Zach, shout out to you. You're just like, I don't know if you should shut it down just quite yet.
Yeah.
Maybe it was wishful thinking. All right, we'll see you guys. That's it for the severe weather coverage. I don't think we're going to get any more tornado warnings. Maybe in central Arkansas, we'll let Little Rock Television handle that.
Yep.
See you guys. Peace. We're out of here.